What's going on, all you cool cats and chickens? Um, this is the Force Impulse Gundam review and build 1/100 scale master grade. This is gonna be, I think, the first master grade I've done in recent memory. So I'm not sure if it's gonna be difficult or how it's gonna compare to the last one I did. But like I did say in the last video, I would be doing this if I couldn't get my hands on the Gundam Aerial. I really like that anti-ship sword. That's the whole reason I went with this model, because there's a lot of different forms of the Impulse Gundam, like the Blast Impulse Gundam, which I used to have the action figure as a kid, and I remember I used to beg for those. I'd find them on eBay. They were so expensive back then, but anyway, I'm gonna get into this, and got some tape stopping me. But anyway, yeah, the Gundam Aerial has been pre-ordered. I will be getting it. It's only a high grade, but it still looks pretty nice. I also plan to get some Gundam markers so I can do like a nice finish to these models I build. And in this build, I did get more into the stickers. So right off the bat, I noticed there's a lot more trays than last time. And I like the instruction booklet. It's got a very simple cover to it. And yeah, once again, everything's in Japanese. But that won't be a problem for us, because we're just going to build the damn thing and get it done with. So here it lists all the different trays. I don't know, you guys, I don't know what everyone calls them, but I call them trays. And it looks like that'll be the final product, and we're going to be starting with the jet, which is what Shin flies into the cockpit in the show. And I've got everything laid out perfectly because I'm not at a hotel this time, so this build should go a lot bigger, or a lot better, sorry. And I do think, due to the camera angle, it might not be the best view, and my big dumb face might even come into the frame sometimes, so try and ignore that. So let's get started. So I don't want to undercut the lovely music that I ripped from Gundam SEED Destiny soundtrack, but who cares? No one watches these anyway, so it's not like I'm gonna get copyright stricken. It's not like I'm trying to make money. I mean, Jesus, there's YouTubers that literally make a living off watching other YouTubers watch YouTube. It's insane. I don't even want to get into that. But anyway, so I'm starting off with the jet. The only notable thing here is the little pilot goes inside, so Shin goes inside. I really hope that's his name. It was Shin. I do remember it being Shin. I haven't watched this show since high school, I think. But and there's like a really cool clear piece. There's a couple clear window pieces that go over top. So as you can see in there, it goes by kind of fast. But the jet was really cool, and it folds and everything, almost like it's supposed to go into the Gundam itself, which it might. I don't know, I've never seen a model that does that. It's kind of like part Gundam, part Transformer. So we'll see later in this speed by. I am building the chest unit, which was the second part. This Gundam build was in a very strange order, but I really wasn't mad about it. It seemed to actually fly by. I would say I timed myself. I started on Thanksgiving night. I worked on it from about 7 to 11. Got pretty much done with the whole thing, but I had to get up at 4 for Black Friday, so I went to bed. And then I started again the next night, and it only took a couple hours. I think I wasted like a whole hour trying to get as many stickers on there as I could. But I just finished the head unit, and now I'm showing off the arm. And I wanted to go and look at the hands here because I thought these were really cool. They might not be cool to anybody else, but they were cool to me. How see how where I'm pointing at, you like insert the trigger finger, and then there's the 3 fingers, and then the thumb. They all go in separately and create like a hand that you can actually like close, and it can pose and stuff. So like I know the Exia that I built in the last Gundam build came with that, but this one just seemed more like, or less fragile really. Whereas like the Exia, I'm like, I could probably bend these fingers X amount of times. These hands seem like permanent, like action figure hands almost. So I thought it was really cool. So far, I haven't found this build to be any more challenging than any other build, so I'm kind of learning that the grade doesn't really affect the difficulty, just maybe the quality. But even then, I thought that the real grade Exia that I built had very good quality. And some of the pieces here, didn't match up, but I'll get into that when I get to that part. Currently, we're building the shoulder units, and yeah, I kind of meticulously like cut each piece to make sure they're like very even. I even broke out my filer at some points and just like filed down some like rogue plastic pieces. So there I'm putting in the chest, putting it all together, putting the arms together, and I put the head on it. And I didn't really stick it up in the camera, but you can see it in the background watching as I continue on. It's just like supervising my progress. Like, yeah, build me, bitch. Finish me. Oh yeah, build my shield. Actually, the shield's like one of my favorite parts. I don't know why I like shields so much in the Gundam series, but here you can see how those pieces are popping out, and it's almost like 3-dimensional. But it's because there's a certain mode that this Gundam goes into, like the flyer mode, where he kind of like looks like he's sledding on the shed or on the shield. But I ended up not doing that, so I ended up taking the shield and putting it back together the normal way. And because I usually like just pose my Gundams one way, I don't like to change them a lot. And I ended up doing something to this one later that I haven't done before, which honestly worked out for me in the long run. But there's the first leg. There's the part I was talking about with the pieces not matching. There's 2 parts on the thigh that didn't join like they were supposed to, so it looks kind of weird, but you can't really tell. It's just a nitpicky thing. And so I put the waist unit and the legs together with the feet. It was actually really easy. So here I was trying to put the body together and I just gave up. I filmed it for a little bit because I thought it was going to be cool, but I decided to give up. As you can see in the background, the Gundam is still not together, and I've just moved on to the actual like Force Impulse like assault kit. It kind of reminds me of the Strike Gundam assault mode almost. It's got the big flyer on the back, which is just another plane that Shin rides in, and I think at this point I might have completed the second jet, because there's 2. There it is in my hand, and it actually joins up with the flyer, of course. And I made it look like I knew what I was doing, but yeah, it wasn't quite stuck in there correctly, so I took it apart. But that part goes into the back of the Gundam, and this jet, see, I'm taking the landing gear off, folds up inside of it, missiles fire off, there they go, flying at the camera. And then I did this off screen because I'm stupid, but the jet folds up, and then it slides up into the Gundam. Oh, this is me trying to jam it into the back of the Gundam, actually, like the show. So I think I got my Gundams mixed up, and I was trying to jam it into the back like I had seen. But yeah, this is not working, so eventually we're going to cut. And I look at the instructions for once, and then it actually pops down in there like that. And then you put the top unit over top of it. And while I couldn't get this to work out quite well on camera, eventually I did, and there's the finished product. I ended up later on gluing the unit and the waist together. So here I am building my favorite weapon, the anti-ship sword. which was literally the whole reason I wanted to buy this and build this. So I really like these pink pieces, and what you can't really see on the camera is that the pink, there's like glitter inside of it, so it's like a sparkly pink, which is really cool. A feature that I noticed was different from the SEED Gundam model. And let's see, done with that, and it's time for the final reveal. There you have it, the Force Silhouette Impulse Gundam. Got hung up on the sword there a little bit. Push the box back, got hung up again. Alright, there you go, big cake pan reveal. That's what y'all wait for, that rotating cake pan. So cool. And got two little shins down there. And you know, he can two-hand that sword, one-hand the sword. It's a very sturdy Gundam. And next I pose him with the beam saber and try and showcase those sparklies I told you all about, and that and the pink beam saber. But yeah, unfortunately you're just not gonna be able to see it. Just believe me, it's there. Just gotta trust me on that. I definitely think this was a really good master grade build for the price. And there he is with the beam rifle. Got that thing held sideways. Break yourself. Get out of your Gundam. He's not fucking around. That's how you know he means business. A little close up on the little pilots there. Maybe I'll paint those one day if I ever get into that. And yeah, so now my favorite pose. And here is the pose I plan to keep the Impulse Gundam in. If you care to, let me know which setup you like the best, and maybe I'll consider doing that one. So yeah, I tried this sticker thing, and some of it worked out. You can kind of see it on the shield there. So thanks for watching this, and hopefully you come back for when I build the aerial Gundam. Have a good day.